I remember the way he looked at me where I said, I didn't think you go that far.
Yeah, the look was priceless. I was just standing there like a retard. I didn't know what to say. Because you and Coach Knight were close for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he was hitting on Brenton's mom.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he replaced Brenton with David and brought him to Christy. Brought Christy David Wright.
Oh my god!
I forgot about that.
Freaking David Wright. My nigga Christy was so mad for that for so long, bro.
Yeah, she was.
Replace Brenton with David.
Oh my
mom started
lord.
working like halfway through the year though.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
So it wasn't just because of my mom.
Oh no, it was too.
It was not, man.
He was constantly in the office
My
talking to your
mom wasn't even working there in 7th grade.
I'm talking about 8th grade when he was hitting on her the entire year.
I know, but he liked me in 7th grade too. It wasn't just because of my mom.
I'm pretty sure he knew who your mom was. It was trying to make sure he was secured his relationship with his future son.
Okay.
Can y'all imagine Coach Knight as his stepdad?
Dude, I would never respect him. I couldn't. Every time I think about him, I just think about his prom picture with the gap and the silver suit. And he's leaning on that desk.
Yes.
He used to hit on my biology teacher in freshman year.
Yes, sir?
Miss Bobo.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that.
He would come in there every day. I'm pretty sure he bought her flowers, and she just, like, left them. He was always there. It's the best part is, he was like the extreme nerd in high school, and all the coaches would make fun of him. And then he became a coach, so...
Dude, the best part about junior high was freaking Coach Lowe's class.
Dude, that class was off the chain.
No,
you had both of them.
Coach Finn's class was awesome. I'm talking about Coach Lowe. Coach Lowe gave us so many memories, bro. You're freaking slappy.
Me and Caden in the back of the class, man.
What happened to Ronnie, man? You remember Ronnie?
Ronnie died. He's dead, man.
Ronnie had to die, man. He fell off the face of the earth.
Jake, what the hell is wrong with you?
There's so much wheezing going on. What the fuck?
Ronnie died. Oh, Ronnie made that man.
Jake, shut up.
Ronnie died.
Ronnie's so dead. Oh my gosh.
Man.
I remember he came to school one day. He came to school one day and told us he was related to Ronald Reagan.
No, he was in athletics and he got some fancy mouth guard. Somebody sprayed a whole bottle of Axe in it because he never left it. He left his locker unlocked. And then, like, we looked over and Coach Lowe's, he never did anything. All he did was he had a folder he always had open.
Dude,
yeah,
always. And we were like, what's he doing in that folder? Ronnie freaking's gone. He's just dipped.
one day,
all of this stuff. We're taking roll, and we're like, oh, Ronnie's not here. And then, like, 3 weeks go by, and we're like, where the heck is Ronnie?
No, one day, me and Jake walk into class. Me and Jake walk into class, and we're like, okay, so we're about to make fun of Ronnie again today, right? And
Yeah,
me and
we
Jake
make
are like,
fun
yeah,
of Ronnie every
we're
day.
gonna make fun of this kid. We walk into class. This nigga's gone. He's never to be seen. Nowhere to be seen, bro.
Well, we usually make fun of Ronnie, and then, like, one day he's just gone. We're like, oh, okay, well, then, like, a week goes by. Then like 2 weeks, and Ronnie's still not back.
Yeah.
And then we're like, well, we can go through his folder, I guess.
It was just drawing. It was smiley faces in crayon.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So his folder contained multiple drawings, and it was like a farmer, and it would say Farmer Ronnie, and then there was astronaut Ronnie, and then there was it was all of Ronnie's different personalities, okay? His future careers, and he was drawing his face on different bodies, with his like firefighter Ronnie, astronaut Ronnie. Man, Ronnie was a freaking hero. He worked everywhere.
He was Johnny Sins in real life.
He was a doctor. That is an astronaut.
Dude, he worked everywhere.
And then we really thought Ronnie was gonna come back one day, and he just never did.
we were like, this is gonna be the greatest conversation when he comes back. He's still gone.
He's still gone.
You know what'd be funny if he just randomly comes back in high school?
Dude, if we get somebody named Ronnie in our
He's like
grade,
6'7", he's like
dude.
dope as fuck.
Freaking Jake, do you know Anna Lamb's boyfriend right now?
yeah, he
He
looks
looks just like that
Wait, Ronnie looks like that motherfucker?
nigga. Yes.
he was pale. He had orange ginger hair.
Yes.
Dude, I forgot. I knew I recognized him. It's
swear.
Farmer Ronnie.
Hey, listen to
Farmer
me for a
Ronnie.
second.
What?
Listen to me for a second. Anna's supposedly pregnant.
What?
Yeah.
Freaking Ronnie, baby!
Sexy!
It's like a Lifetime movie. It's like a Lifetime movie. I can't.
Ronnie, baby! You got freaking Ginger Ronnie, and then you got freaking Baby Ronnie! Ronnie, baby.
Jesus.
Ronnie, baby.
I will never forget the day when Coach Lowe came over there. Hey, Ronnie, you need to do your work. Coach Lowe leaned up in his face. Hey, Ronnie, you gotta color the map of the United States.
He goes, okay. It all came back.
No, Ronnie. No, it was the funniest thing ever because Coach Lowe walks up to Ronnie. Ronnie's sitting there coloring.
That was completely my fault.
He's sitting there drawing, and as soon as Coach Lowe leans over, he like folds the folder over, like covers it up so no one can see, and then Coach Lowe, hey, Ronnie, you gotta color your map.
And then opens it back up and continues.
Yeah, Coach
Drawing.
Lowe walks away and continues his drawing. Dude, he had so much stuff too. It wasn't just his folder.
I know.
He left his entire backpack there.
He left his whole life there. He became a new person. I'm
His
telling
clothes
you.
were still.
And his boyfriend is Ronnie.
Fucking, it's him!
It's him, bro.
I think it
He
is.
has a new identity!
He's got a freaking baby
He's in
now.
fucking witness protection and he has a new identity.
Who did Ronnie kill?
Yeah, who did Ronnie kill?
Holy shit.
Dude,
Oh, no,
He
there's
even-
Ronnie motherfucker.
He even left all of his clothes and his athletic stuff.
Yes,
They
he
were all
left
there.
everything. He left his
Because
old life
that-
behind.
He got back in
Because-
athletics this year, did the same thing. Left everything in his locker and got
He
out.
freaking dipped.
Bro.
He's in the witness protection program. He found out something he wasn't supposed to find out.
Yeah.
We
And
have
what?
beef with Sunshine. We could
Yeah,
beat him
we
up
did.
and interrogate him.
We could.
Wait, what's his name?
We call him Sunshine. I actually
John.
don't.
His name
it
is
is
John.
yeah.
Wait,
The redhead
wait.
nigga?
Say it.
Yeah.
Say it slow. What did you say? Say it again. What's his name?
John.
John.
John?
You mean
Ron.
Johnny, which sounds a lot like Ronnie?
Which also is...
Ronnie!
Yes!
Dude,
Did you see that? I just got dumped by the
I
ball.
remember in 8th grade, you know how the lockers, there was like the middle section and the left and right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was on the left side in 8th grade in that little like corner section, and Newt was right beside me. So every day I had to get undressed right beside him. And one day I was like, man, some of this was like shit. And I looked over, and there was a freaking dookie streak from the top of his crack all the way down to the bottom.
it's the same brown underwear. He still wears them.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Stewie, do you remember the frog?
Yes, I wanted to say something about that earlier, but y'all were talking about
Ronnie.
Oh, it was earlier.
Caden, is that why you always say like, "Come on, Ronnie"? Plastic footballs and drew faces, except for Caden. Caden had a soccer ball, and I told Caden he couldn't hang out with us because he didn't have a football with a face on it.
Jake was
He goes,
always like this. Throughout our whole childhood,
Yeah.
Jake was like, if you don't have this, you don't get to be our friend.
Yeah.
Caden goes, "You know what? You know what?" And then just freaking proceeds to like spray my shirt down in purple
You
Kool-Aid.
deserved it. You deserved it.
No,
really
no.
did.
And here's the best thing.
No. I remember I walked off to go play with somebody else, and then I come back, and Jake and Weston are sitting there crying because they have 2 weeks.
I was not crying.
Dude, that reminds me of Weston. I pantsed him in 4th grade, and he never forgave me
never
for that.
forgave you.
He never forgave
I
me.
remember that.
Hey,
Because I remember, I think I dared you to do it. I was like,
Yes,
"Okay, go face
you were
Weston."
behind me in line.
And then you did it, and he started crying. I was like, no.
Okay. No, back to the freaking Kool-Aid. Caden proceeded to be like, I didn't do nothing. And the teacher looks at his hands and he has purple Kool-Aid stains on his hands. And they're like, where'd that come from? And he's like, I don't know. And they took him to the office. And I'm like, sitting there and I'm like, what do I do? I'm all sticky. I'm covered in purple.
You remember I carved Miss Bowman as the worst teacher in the
universe?
In the desk.
Yeah, and we all get up to go outside for recess.
No. We let Hamilton call on me for that too. She called on me for that too.
We're all getting up to leave.
I forgot about that.
We all get up to leave, and Bridget's leaning on his desk, like leaning way over it. And we're like, Bridget, let's go outside. And he's like, I don't wanna. And we're like, why? And he's like, I don't wanna. And then the teacher comes over there, and she's like, get up. And he's like, I don't wanna. And she lifts his arms up, and she's like, I'm calling the principal. And she hit the black button. No. She hit the black button, and I was like, I'm out. I went to recess.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. I look over at Leela Hamilton staring at me while I'm doing it. I'm like,
oh no.
You know? And then, I was home free. I was out of the class. I was in my next period. All of a sudden, I hear Brenton Marks saying we need you to the office. Brenton Marks saying we need you to the office.
They made him write a letter.
She was in that class too, because we only had 2 teachers during that.
Yeah, we were all in the same
We were in our next class, and then all of a sudden she looks at me and goes, ha! And I was like, what the hell did she do that for?
She told on your cheeks, man.
Wow. And all of a sudden,
That was bright as hell.
Miss Bone comes in there and she's like, thank you, Leela. And then grabs me and takes me to the office. I looked at her, I was like, oh, you bitch. You told on me.
Oh! Okay. 4th grade STAR test, okay? So it's the day before the STAR test.
Oh my God, I remember.
Me and Brenton are like, alright, bring the goods. Bring the goods, because this STAR test is about to be boring. So,
dude, our pockets were full, man.
My pockets touched my ankles. I put everything I had, every toy,
every Lego,
every toy I've ever had.
Those little bug things I like
the hex bugs.
The hex bugs. Okay, no, look. So I get
Beyblades.
I get everything I can fit in my pockets, and then we're like, all right, let's take this test. And Miss Colley puts me and Bridget side by side for the STAR test. We're like, what are you thinking? So we start the test, and they hand out the crackers and the water bottles, the highlighters. Bridget pulls the label off his water bottle, marks it with his highlighter, puts the sticky on top of the lid, and just goes, hops it around to the edge of the desk, and then just goes, I got your pony! And throws it off the desk. And it just goes, wham! On the floor, and everybody looks over, and we're dead. We're laughing so hard. And then, Miss Colley's like, what did he just say? Ricky picks up the water bottle, everybody just goes silent again, and no one talked about it.
I was on question 30 and I look over at Jake, I'm like, Jake, look, I got a little horse.
Yeah, he just
moving around. I grabbed it and just chucked it as hard as I could, bounced off the wall, hits the floor. I was like, I got your pony!
So then we're like, all right, let's play with some Legos. So we start playing with Legos, and then Bridget's like, look what I got. And he pulls out a hex bug, okay? But it's not just an ordinary hex bug. It looks like Santa. And it's got reindeer in front of it.
Yeah.
It's got reindeer that go out in front of it, and it looks like Santa. Bridget lets it loose in his desk, in the little cubby hole under his desk. And then it gets caught in a corner, and all you hear is,
and the desks are made out of metal, too. The desks are made out of metal.
It gets wedged, and he can't get it. It's just, it's vibrating.
And it was loud, man.
And everybody looks back over at us, and we're dead again. Bridget somehow slams his desk, and it shuts off, and we're like, oh crap. Well then, Bridget pulls off a slap bracelet. Bridget had all the cool toys, okay?
Yeah,
Bridget
I did.
pulls off a slap bracelet, and I'm like, ooh, can I see?
Dude,
He's like, yeah, sure.
I remember going to Bridget's house.
I'm like, oh. And I touch it to my arm. Bridget's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. We're still on the STAR test. And then I'm like, throw it across the room, and it sticks to the leg of his desk, and just goes, bang! And it just starts wrapping around the desk, and it's just metal on metal slapping the desk.
All the way from the top to the bottom of the leg.
All the way. A full 4 feet of just this slap bracelet just slap in the middle. It just continues to get louder as in changing pitch. We're just dying laughing again, and the teacher looks over. Man, I'll never forget those STAR tests.
Dude, I remember going to Brenton's house when I was little, and he would have every single toy that you could think of.
Bro,
I didn't go to
Skylanders?
Brenton's house.
Skylanders?
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember when Jake stole my Beyblades. He still has
You
them to
left
this
them
day.
finders keepers.
To this day, you
Jake,
still
Jake,
have
Jake.
them.
Do you remember whenever we were trading Legos and I took your Spider-Man with the blue clear arms?
Yes, I
And
remember that.
You got mad and wanted it back. And I was like, no.
Nice
And
save.
you chased me around the freaking playground for like 5 days.
Do you remember whenever I took your red Batman?
Yeah. For a cosmic brownie.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
a
that's what
brownie.
we traded it for.
I gave him a brownie. He gave me a red Lego Batman.
Dude, do you remember when I beat Dawson Altman up in the playground?
Yeah.
I freaking
Wait.
took him by his arm and swung him around in a circle and let him go, and he went flying.
Remember when I
Wait,
hit that
Kate-
kid with that like half broken frisbee and it, like cut him?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, who was that?
I think it was Jonathan Melton, wasn't it?
No, that was Jonathan Melton. You punched in the head because he was being a.
Yeah.
It was Jonathan Melton.
Yeah, it was Jonathan Melton.
It was in like 5th or 6th grade.
Hey, Caden, who took your shoes when we were at PE in 6th grade?
It was Ethan. Ethan the black kid. It was the nigger.
Do you remember kindergarten?
He pulled my ear. He pulled my ear.
Okay, so we're in PE, okay? And we're all, you know, while in PE, the coaches would be like, all right, go lean against the wall. And we just go lean against the wall. That was PE.
Yeah.
Well, the
For
cool
6
kids all
inches.
sat.
6 inches.
Yeah.
No, that was punishment. There was you just sat against the
No,
wall.
that
And
was
everyone,
every day with Coach Henry.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
Coach Henry,
but-
bro. Holy
but-
crap.
Okay, so
Hated that
take
dude.
it back real quick. So, there were the different cliques in the freaking PE room. If you were cool,
Yeah.
if you were like somewhat cool, you said,
Jake.
if
There's
you're
been-
somewhat cool, you sat in front of the coach's office. If you were not cool at all, you would just sat in a corner. And then there was that one like rectangle corner where
Right in
if
the
you
middle.
went over there,
Yeah.
it was over. No, the rectangle corner where every like fights went on over there because the coaches couldn't see.
Yes.
That was the freaking
It was the freaking
fight
cartel
lobby.
over there, man.
That's where the freaking fight club was. But so look, we're in our little section and we're sitting in front of the coach's door because we're freaking cool. Obviously, me and Caden chilling. And this black kid named Ethan, he looked like a black version of Caden. Here comes
No!
except
I remember what he
if
looks like
Caden
to
did-
this day. To this day, I
if
remember what he
Caden-
looks like.
if Caden didn't have glasses and was black, he would look just like Ethan. But so like Ethan comes up and he goes, "Why does he get tricked?" And just like neither of us say anything. We just look at him and he's standing, we're sitting, and he just grabs Caden's ear, full on with his whole head, and just twists.
Yeah,
You
he tries,
heard
to,
something
he
pop.
tries to rip it off. He tries to
And
rip
then
my
he
ear
pulls
off, nigga.
Caden goes flying across the room because he got Caden by his ear. And he's like,
Yeah.
ah! And he's like, and then Caden's like, ah! Screaming his head off. He's getting carpet burn because his face is slamming against the floor.
Keep in mind, this is in kindergarten.
No, I didn't see. Caden left. He left early. The nurse called, like, he's
Yeah,
gone. He's
I
gone.
freaking dipped, fam.
I didn't see Caden for the rest of the year. He freaking dipped because his ear fell off.
What?
Caden was gone till kindergarten graduation. He was gone, never to be seen again.
Dude, do y'all remember freaking Aaron? Do you remember the
thought
fight
he
between
moved.
me and Aaron Stanley?
No.
Yeah, I do.
I punched him in the face, and he had a bloody nose on the playground. And we had to go to the principal's office, and I was sitting in the chair, and he was sitting in the one next to me, and his nose was pouring. It was pouring blood. And we were just sitting there chilling, and the principal was just looking at us. Not saying anything, just looking at us. He wouldn't tell us what to do. We're just sitting there chilling, and then all of a sudden we get a call. We get a call, and
Oh, you went to Miss Robin, hopping on the 1 foot down the hallway.
Yes, bro.
Yes. Dude, I forgot about that. Having to hop on 1 foot down the
No,
hallway.
okay. First day of school, okay? No, it's probably like third or fourth. You're sitting there. We get a knock on the door.
No, it was
First, no.
I came
It
from
was like- it
Harmony.
was like yeah, okay, so like a week of school had already passed.
Yeah.
Okay? and all we hear is a distant scream down the hallway.
The cop was
And then it
dragging
just-
him by 1 foot.
It just keeps getting louder. Just, and then you hear the screeching. You hear the screeching of his sweaty hands sticking to the floor as he's trying to grab onto something to get away. Well, then he freaking the door opens and like the cop like throws Caden in like, "That's your new student, Caden." And we're like look over at him. He like stops crying for a second, looks at us, and then just goes, "Ah!" and just starts punching the door.
Yeah, banging on the door.
Dude,
Just-
I remember once I finally calmed
nice
down.
one.
I remember once I finally calmed
He
down.
started punching the door.
No,
he started
Brenton-
punching the door, and then Miss Robin comes in there, and she's like, "I'll take him." She freaking
Yeah,
took him for a
Caden-
week straight. Caden would go to class, punch the door. Miss Robin would come and get him, and then at the end of the day, he'd come back.
Dude, I remember once I finally calmed down, I came into class one day, and Jake and Brenton both came up to me at the same time, both took me by the arm and said, "Come on, let's go play." I was like,
I don't remember that.
I remember that. That's the only thing I remember about it. Both of you niggas came up to me and said, "Let's go play. Let's go hang out." I was like, you know what? These are going to be my niggas right here, bro.
This is it. How did we all miss that
I
open
got
shot?
hit.
Dude, that was the freaking greatest day.
What was okay? Do you remember that one kid? I want to say his name was Eddie, but I don't remember. He was blonde and he always had like a sideways mohawk almost, and he had like no teeth.
Do you remember
And,
Justin?
Yeah, Justin. He talks funny.
Yeah, I remember him.
Dude, Justin
had
was
a
so
teacher-
cool.
I would translate his language to the teachers.
I remember that.
How did Brenton translate? Now he can't even read.
And he'd be like, ham, and they'd be like, "What do you say?" Like, he said he wants a cookie.
Well, look, there was this kid. I think his name was Eddie. He was freaking like a thug, man.
Everyone on the field aerialing that.
Okay, he was a freaking thug, okay? And we're sitting there and
He
he
was a
walks
thug
up.
in kindergarten. This nigga was a
Yeah.
thug.
For real, his freaking pants touched his ankles and everybody knew it. He was cool. But he came up to me one day and he was like,
cool.
"You want an Indian burn?" And I was like, "What's an Indian burn?"
Oh my
Man,
gosh!
freaking-
I remember that.
My arm off.
He bit mine off too. You cried for
ripped my
so
arm off.
long. You cried for so
Dude.
long.
Dude, Miss Robin comes in there and like comes and gets him. She grabs me, takes me with him. I'm like, "What'd I do?" She goes, "I need evidence." She gets out some ginormous camera, takes pictures of my arm, takes pictures of Eddie holding my arm, and like, "All right, you can go back to class." And then makes Eddie sitting there crying, holding his breath.
Does it
Eddie
count
has to
when we're
hold-
teammates?
Huh?
Does it
Hey,
count when we're teammates?
yeah, you have to say like that.
Alright.
Well, Eddie's freaking crying in this picture, holding his breath
I
on
swear,
1 foot.
his name was not Eddie.
I don't know. Eddie seems close enough. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember the kid, but I know it happened. I remember it
Hey, was
happening.
it Johnny with the buck teeth?
Johnny! That's his name!
That's his Johnny!
I remember. I remember.
It was Johnny!
That's his
no
name!
way!
It was Johnny with the buck teeth.
But he was a freaking thug!
He was a thug! Dude.
I thought it looked
Do you-
like the sloth of the Ice Age.
Okay, and then in second grade, Caden was failing everything. And they're like, Caden disappears for a day, comes back. This man has glasses, and he's like, "Wait, that's what y'all look like?" Caden was blind all the way from kindergarten to second grade, and they just let him keep doing it.
Dude, does
He was
anybody
freaking-
else remember anything about first grade? I don't remember a single thing.
Okay.
I had a class with Weston. That's all I remember.
I had my teacher is my my aunt. Like she was my aunt. Yeah,
don't-
in first grade.
First
good.
grade was such a blur. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, she was my freaking aunt.
Actually, I remember
See her.
one thing.
I saw her last week.
I remember this kid. His name was Jordan or something, and he came into class, and he would always get made fun of because he had a giant birthmark on his hand, and everybody would make fun of him because it was massive.
Do you remember that kid named Josh or Joshua? And he had black teeth.
What?
They were pointy.
They were pointy.
Like a demon.
They were so rotten. He never brushed his teeth that they turned black and they were like becoming points because they were just falling apart. He was so scary. Oh, I'm trying to think of other stuff that happened in elementary.
There's some crazy stuff that happened out there, man.
You remember
Oh,
when Jarrett? You remember when
I
Jarrett
got,
punched you in the face, Caden, and broke your glasses?
I don't
Like
remember
for
that.
no reason.
You
Like
know
we're
when
in fourth
Clayton broke your
grade.
necklace?
Which time?
Wait, you remember when Tristan broke my necklace? Tristan
Yes.
fight? We were in the
Yeah.
lunch line. We were in the lunch line. I was about to go in, and for no reason, he just pulls on my necklace and breaks it in half. I was so mad. Dude! Okay, in fourth grade,
Pea soup.
in fourth grade, we were
Yeah, the
in
pink suit.
Miss Booth's class. I don't know if you remember who that was, but she was a math teacher.
I didn't have her.
She freaking took our Pokemon cards and our Beyblades one day, and we never got them back. Okay, but that's besides the
Dude,
point.
Cunningham's
Miss Booth is Miss Potter.
Yes, it's Miss Potter
Guys.
now.
Dude, Mr. Cunningham's drawer of death, though. Like, if your toy went there, you weren't getting it back. It was going to his kids.
Yeah, I remember.
Mr. Cunningham hated me.
I remember Thorne got his football taken away, and at the end of the day, he left without it because Mr. Cunningham took it away, and he gave it to me, and I still have it to this day. It was a Nerf football.
I forgot about
Do you
Thorne.
remember when, Jake, do you remember when we were in that thing where, like, we couldn't get ice cream? And
Yes,
it was
okay,
Me, you, Thorne,
okay,
and some other kids, and I went up to the board and he erased the T on his name. And it was just Thorne.
Yeah.
Okay,
so one
back
time
to
in,
back
like,
to what I
fifth
was
grade-
saying, you nigger. Hold on, back to what I was saying. This was spicy. So Bradley Townsend and this girl named Taylor something. It was a girl though.
Hokinson.
Yes, that was it. Hokinson. Bradley
She added
Townsend.
me on Instagram.
What?
Is that the weird emo girl? Is that the weird
Yeah.
emo girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's emo.
You
So-
made her chase me around the freaking dance in, like, what was it, 6th grade?
Yeah. I told her that Brenton liked her.
Oh my gosh! But
And she
her
chased me.
and Bradley Townsend were like dating or something in fourth grade, and I remember Chris, Laney's Chris.
Damn it!
And
Chris
that was my
Embody.
fault.
Chris Embody.
Chris Embody, Bradley
Man,
Townsend
that's-
were like best friends back then. It was them.
Look at how saucy this was.
It was them two and Taylor Hokinson. They were all sitting under a desk. And for some reason, I was back there too, okay? I don't know how I got back there, but I was back there. We're supposed to be reading, right? And somehow, Bradley's
Princess Rosa
finger got in a place it was not supposed to be, okay?
How did it get up there?
That's what I'm saying! He pulled it out and goes, smells like strawberries. And I witnessed
What?
the
I
entire
remember
thing.
this.
I witnessed the
remember
entire
this.
thing, and I could not do a single thing about it. I was in shock,
I
bro.
remember you told me. I remember you telling me about it.
Yes, he did. That nigga fingered that girl in fourth grade, and she sat there and let it happen. Three boys sitting around her. Three boys sitting around this girl. He reached inside the shorts and did it right in front of everybody.
Okay. Do you remember the kid named Evan?
Evan.
Sauce
This dude's name is Sauce Fart.
Wait, Evan. That sounds. Evan
Okay,
Arterberry?
let me- No, not Evan Arterberry. This was freaking scary Evan. All he ever did was go, and he was freaking pale as can be. He was ginger, and he had freckles covering his entire body. And he was just,
Yeah.
no, wait, was his name Evan? Yeah, it started with, it was close to Evan.
Madison Robinson.
No.
Oh.
Let me finish.
Perry!
He got a highlighter and colored his whole body yellow.
Oh, it was Perrin, not Perry.
No.
Perrin.
No, Perrin ate his boogers, okay?
Yeah, he
was a
did.
Okay, but look, do you not remember Evan? He was so scary.
Evan.
I
It
remember
sounds
Evan,
so
man.
familiar.
He was,
Like-
we were, okay, so.
Wait. Was it the kid who freaking pulled his fingernail off in the music class?
Yes!
Oh
Dude,
my
that kid was so
gosh.
weird. He scared the hell out of me.
See, I told you he was scary. Look, in like second grade, we're all, like 4'10" or whatever the average second grader is or whatever.
Dude, he'd sit there and go.
Evan was freaking 6'10", okay? Evan was massive. Evan he had
his whole fingernail off in
spiky
class. It was
ginger
bleeding
hair.
everywhere.
He was always covered in scabs, and he had freaking freckles covering his entire
he would
body.
Just tear his skin apart just to make a
Jake,
scab.
do you remember Dylan Creech in Miss Brevard's
That's what I was
class?
talking about. His name was
His name
Dylan.
was Dylan, not Evan.
His name was
Dylan.
I just described Dylan.
Dylan Creech. That was the scariest kid I've ever met in my life.
His name was
Dude.
Creech.
Yes.
Creech.
Whenever
scary.
whenever I witnessed him pull his fingernail off, bro, I was like, I was gone.
He literally colored his entire body yellow in our class.
Guys, you literally just described a meth addict.
That's what
His skin
Dylan
falling
was.
apart and he just didn't feel pain because he's tore his fingernail off.
Oh,
Dude,
spicy.
I remember one day he walked up to him. He's like, "Hey."
Dude, I remember the teacher watched him do it, and then he was like, and then just gave him a Band-Aid.
He would like laugh and smile at the weirdest times.
Yeah,
Like,
he always had like the look in his eye that he would kill you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was always like got the scariest laugh. It was like,
Yes.
Yes.
and it's silent in the classroom. You hear, and he thinks Dylan just killed somebody.
Yeah. He
Dylan
always had
dead.
scabs all over his arms from something. Scabs everywhere. And he'd walk up to you and pick
it
a...
wasn't just from something. It was from him peeling his skin off.
Yeah,
Dude.
he'd pick his own skin off, and then he'd peel him off. He was freaking always bleeding, and he colored himself yellow.
Addicts do that shit.
And
He
his
would-
teeth were kind of pointy. I'm not gonna lie,
He would
had
walk
a
up.
pointy teeth.
I remember he'd walk up to me, peel off a piece of his skin, and go, and smile at me.
Yes!
That's exactly what he would do.
Dude, it was so scary. I was traumatized from that.
Yes.
Dude, if I saw Dylan Creech today, I still would run away and do
I
it.
want to see him, bro. I want to see.
I don't.
Dude.
What'd you say?
He's most likely dead.
Probably. I mean, look at
Addicted
him.
to meth at 6 years old. He's gone.
6 years old.
Dude.
I've been smoking meth for 60 years. Smoking meth, man.
Like, he's 17 today. He's like, I've been addicted to meth for about 10 years.
It's like that meme. My name is Toby, and I'm
Alcoholic, age 10.
no age 4, nigga. The nigga was 4.
I was about to say that. Whenever he said meth addict at age 17, that's all I could think of.
Yes.
Dude, Madison Robinson, though.
Oh,
She was so
scary. I
scary.
felt bad, but she was so scary.
Dude, you remember when my grandpa?
Randy!
I remember in 6th grade, my grandpa wouldn't sign a lease to where I could watch Martin Luther King because it was a nigger. He wouldn't sign.
Are you serious?
He wouldn't
Yes,
sign. He
I
wouldn't sign
remember
it.
Kane went out in the
listen,
hallway.
they put me in the sped class to teach sped. I had to help Madison Robin play checkers. That gummit. It was freaking
Dude, she was
traumatizing.
so scary.
It was traumatizing. All because I couldn't watch Martin Luther King, man. Come on.
A red boots.
Okay, do you remember Randy?
Randy.
Yeah.
Landon's
I remember Randy. I remember
Landon's
Randy.
girlfriend, Randy?
Yes.
Do you remember Jolie Stanley?
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
I saw her this past year at the
I remember
E3.
I remember she farted in Coach Cunningham's class, and he made her leave the room.
I remember she chased me around the playground like every day for like a month. She passed me a note in class one day and was like, "Do you like me? Check yes or no." And I checked no. I checked no, and she
I can't stop!
Don't lie.
She chased me around the playground for a month.
Hey,
And
if we want to
freaking
do a tournament, we
Trinity
can do a tournament
Chap.
at the end
Dude,
of
I
this match.
think she gave everybody that note.
Dude, freaking Trinity Chap. She chased me around the playground too.
And we all told everybody that she was Caden's cousin.
Yo, Trinity Chat moved to Hallsville, and y'all were talking about her when I moved here, and I was like, that bitch?
And she
used to
likes
date-
Caden, and
She's a whore.
she always
She's a
like.
whore.
She
We
used to
always
date
said
Taylor. Taylor
Yeah.
Neely.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna
I
ask him
remember-
about
I
her.
remember some. I remember y'all talking
Oh,
about
I'm
that.
fr- oh, I'm about to mess- I'm about to
whole
mess
8th
with him
grade
so
year,
hard.
y'all were.
She follows me on
who blew that nigga
Instagram.
up? Who blew that nigga up?
She follows me on Instagram.
Really?
She looks almost the exact same as she did. Except
I don't
with
remember what she
titties
looked like.
and
I
boobs.
just remember she always wore bright red lipstick, no matter how old we were. From kindergarten all the way to when she moved, she
Yes,
always
bro.
had lipstick
She
on.
always
I'm
had
gonna
something
text Taylor
on
about it right now.
right now. That's rough.
What'd you do?